Hey, listen, man. Double standards is real, and I don't think it will ever be changed. So we're going to have to get on with it. I'll give you an example. Like, just in general, there are certain things that a handsome man is able to do to a woman, and to which, if a non-handsome man were to do the same thing, well, he would be considered a creep. Let's say there's an attractive, beautiful woman, right? The handsome guy taps her bum. And the handsome guy's attractive, like I just told you. And that woman knows that other men also want this handsome person. Now the woman's probably like, yeah, she's probably gonna be like, hey, stop, what are you doing? Playful, right? However, if someone who are ugly, unattractive, done it, it would be deemed as creepy. You may argue about it, but the funny thing is, you would probably do the same thing if you were on the woman's shoes. And the same can apply if you're on the public streets. Just walking in any city, whatever city that may be. You're walking, you're a handsome person, you make eye contact with a beautiful woman from a distance. That woman's gonna feel some type of way, in a good way. Probably gonna get a lot of nerves. She may blush a bit and she may probably look down smiling. On the contrary, if you're an ugly person, what do you think she's gonna do? She's probably gonna take the other side of the road and get away from you. And that's life, man. There's double standards. And that's only one example. I'll give you another example, this time between men and women. There are certain things that women could do on the internet, and whether that be, shameful or not, that men can't do. Like flipping OnlyFans models selling their bodies on the internet. And, these OnlyFans models primarily making their target audience, what they like to class as barely legal 18-year-olds. And sometimes they'll even go as far as to commit their heinous acts in a physical sense. And these 18-year-olds are horny as fuck. They're ignorant, they don't know any better. So of course they're gonna go. That's like their dream come true. A devilish dream. And I say that because in the spiritual world they're getting damaged, man. They're probably getting bitten by snakes, rats, all of that shit, man. Because they've been pulled with the wrong woman. But if vice versa were to happen, let's say the woman were the man, and the grown man, said he was preying on the barely legal 18-year-olds, well, we all know what would happen, wouldn't we? Don't we? We know what would happen. That man is getting arrested straight away, man. Straight away. It's a crazy world we live in, man. And depending on some circumstances into which when a certain person does over the other, let's say if a man were to go on a killing spree in the public eye, and the woman also had a time when she did it, not in the same period of time, but I'm willing to bet that the man's going to be, he's going to be scrutinized more on the internet in comparison to the woman, even though the same crime they did were the exact same. Now logic tells me you should have the same punishment, right? Wrong, it's not like that, man. People choose what they prefer. Double standards in the sense of, let's talk about dating again. Let's say you're out with a beautiful woman. When you're handsome, I've noticed you can get away with a few things that most men cannot. If you're okay, let's say you're on a date, you date someone you find attractive. Let's say she's like a 7, 8, 9, or 10. I don't like using numbers to rate women, but for this video, it makes it's the most easiest to really picture things in your mind. So let's say you're dating a hot 7, 8, 9, or 10. You're a muscular chad. You may not have the most experience with women, but you're a good guy to be around, man. You're not like those smooth talkers, someone who's dated a lot, but hey, man, you've been doing your stuff, you've been handed opportunity via a date. You're like, yeah, let me entertain that idea. So you're on a date now, and you're awkward as fuck. You mess up so much, you just do some dumb, stupid shit. But when you are attractive, there are just some things women don't overlook. I don't know, say you dropped water by accident, like a little droplet of water by accident. Well, since you're already attractive and muscular and there's not many men like you anyway, the woman's gonna think, oh, that's fine. That's fine, I'll lay that aside. If it were an ugly person, the woman will, she'll get even more revolted. But if you were attractive and you made the same errors as you were stuttering, or I don't know, you just burped and did some stupid shit in the middle of what you were doing, because you're not the most social guy in the scene, you know, it's fine. So all to each their own taste. I'm not the most social person, also I'm an introvert, so I hear you. But she's gonna overlook it. And she may actually find that to be attractive to her. But she wouldn't have if you weren't attractive already physically. That's how the world works, man. And you can argue, hey, this double standard shit is here to stay, unfortunately. And I would even necessarily say unfortunately, because it can be a blessing and a curse depending on the context. And I would say for us, man, we need to use it to our advantage. We need to use it to our advantage. Like, you know that example I told you just now? Now, not in the exact same context, but that would describe something that I would probably go through. Because all the time I've spoken to women, I've been in shape for quite some time now, for about 5 years. I don't even consider myself a smooth talker like that. You know, I'm not even the best I don't have like this game or anything, I just speak. And my mindset is, hey, if you don't like me, you don't like me. And I make mistakes all the fucking time. The women, they never seem revolted from it. They don't care. I've never seen like a sign of like negative emotion or anything like that. And I'm willing to bet it's because I'm in shape. I'm willing to bet because I already showed that I can do something rare and take care of myself to a massive degree. The woman's gonna respect that. And do you wanna know what's also funny? We men probably do the same thing. Let's say we find a woman we find attractive. Right, she's like a 7, she's like an 8, she's like a 9, she's like a 10. She makes a few mistakes here and there where she may stutter, I don't know, she may fart, I know that's gross, I know, but the point applies, you're just doing some stupid shit, right? Well, you find her attractive anyway, you're probably gonna overlook it. You're like, it's fine. If she weren't your type, you'd be repulsed, right? The same thing applies. And you'd even go to a point sometimes. When you look good, you get shit for free. I'm serious, man. Like, I remember last time I went to a corner shop. The guy gave me a free chocolate bar simply because he likes my personality. I was like, oh shit, man. I was still willing to pay, but he offered the shit for free. I was like, damn, alright. I'm not gonna say no, am I? So I took the chocolate bar. I did not feel any remorse eating it because I know I was granted consent. So it's not like I stole it really. I was given permission, so I did eat the chocolate bar and I savored it. But yeah, it's just another example that goes to show, you know, double standards can be a double-edged sword, really depending on the context. And it's an unfair game, but you can use it to our advantage because the fortunate side of things is actually a way to improve yourselves. And, you know, I think it goes down to status and the perception you give yourself as men in, you know, regarding the matter. And I think the easiest way to, you know, really gain respect from people is to really just get in the gym, get in shape, or just start training in general, man. People treat you differently. Let's talk about celebrities also. You know, let's say you're in a long queue, right? And I'm not saying everyone's like this, but I'm just giving you scenarios. And what I'm going to tell you does happen from time to time in life. You're in a long queue, I don't know what you're waiting for, maybe a chili cheese hot dog store, I don't know. I'm giving you a scenario, okay? It's long as fuck. It may take like 30 minutes to get your meal. You come in, you're a celebrity, I don't know, let's say you're like Will Smith, or you're a famous actor. People are like, oh, it's Will Smith, alright, come in front, Will Smith. Let's even aim higher. Let's say you're a monarch. You're a king. Literally, you're a king of a country. They see you, everyone's gonna want pictures, everyone's gonna put you at the front. It's human nature. We're always gonna praise someone who's of higher status, whether you like it or not. They're always gonna have the first picking. They're going to be treated and, as a result, set in a different direction than the masses. Being us in that context. No way. Flies. They're always going to be treated in that context differently. And you can't change that. You know? You can't change that. It's just the way things are. Double standards, all that shit, man. Hey, if you want to jump even further to different types of scenarios, it's like how some animals are loved and some animals are hated. Like dogs and cats are loved, pigs and rats are hated. I could kind of see why. I mean, especially with rats, because I fucking hate rats. But they are dirty animals. Pigs eat their own shit. I'm not joking. I'm genuinely serious. Such out pigs eat their own shit, and they play on mud. Rats are in sewers, and back in the day, they were said to, carry a lot of bubonic plagues. I believe that was the disease they carried. I mean, and dogs and cats, I mean, they pretty much love you, man. They're here for you, man. I'd say they're the closest animals to really understand us humans. Maybe not from a physical standpoint, because you highly replicate apes and monkeys, just the monkey species in general. But in terms of just understanding mentality, I'd probably go with the cats and dogs also, and hence why they're loved. Because we relate to them the most, and the animals that we least relate to, well, they're in the factory getting killed. Unfortunately, as sad as it is. Yeah. So when I bring up this idea now, I originally brought up this idea of double standards. Well, it was always there, but wanting to speak about the topic of double standards, primarily based on men and women, how those dynamics change. But as we broaden our horizons in terms of the context of what we're talking about, we actually find everything's a double standard. Hey, nothing in this world is fair, man. People choose favorites. And, it's how you respond with that now, because I told you the facts. We can't really change it now. I mean, it's kind of there forever. And even if you change it on one aspect of double standards, there's many others that cannot be changed. Like, I remember before I started working out, when I was in like high school, I'd be like 11 years old, I'd be like 11, 12, 13 years old. And in my high school, we had people from like age 11 to 18, right? And every time we'd be out of lesson, we'd be in massive crowds, right? People would always, you get in crowds, and then when you're shorter, I'm speaking from my experience, when I was shorter, I was too scared to push everyone who was in the way. When I knew I should push them, and I'd quite literally let people just buzz me over. And I was a short kid at the time. I was like 4'11", 5'1", 5'2". I was just starting high school. And then you have people in front of you, people taller than you. They push you. You know, in your head you want to push them, but you're too scared to push them back. It's like, it's primal human shit, man. It's like when you're in the jungle, the fox is not going to want to fuck with the elephant, is he? Because there's a size difference. Because the fox knows it can't beat that elephant in the fight. In that metaphorical context, the same applied to me in school. And so I was always scared to push people over. Now, I weigh, as of this recording, I weigh 190 pounds, so about 86 kilograms. And I'm 5'9", 176 centimeters, and I'm lean. So that's a really big guy in real life. So if I were to be in that same scenario, I'd probably budge everyone. And if they had a problem with it, well, good luck trying to beat me down. I'm not saying I'm the strongest in the world, but size matters in those scenarios. When you build up a size to where it intimidates people. I even speak for now. Back in those days, I used to always get mucked around physically. People would always smack me at the back of my head because I had a low cut haircut, right? Always, for the majority of my time in life, I did have low cuts. I still do right now, but the difference is I'm in shape now. And ever since I got in shape, like big in, like weigh a lot as well. Because there'll be times I'd work out, I'd still get slapped in the head. And I was super strong back then, but I was like, you wouldn't be able to tell because I was just super low in body weight. I was like 70 kg, which isn't much for my body weight. I noticed when I got up to like the 170s, the slapping started to stop. And ever since I got into big shape, like in weight as well, only one guy tried me. One guy, and that was 2 years ago, and it never ended well for him. Never ended well, I say that much. So yeah, double standards is real, man. And I most definitely used it to my advantage because, I can talk to any woman I want now. I have the confidence to talk to any woman I want. A lot of you guys are too on the internet, you're too in your head. You think if you speak to a beautiful woman, they're going to tell you to fuck off. That's only on the internet, I promise you. You're not going to see those type of women in real life, for the most part. Because most women are really shy, and the majority of women I've spoken to in the past, they don't act like that. Women are just shy, so it just makes it easier for them. I even class myself, okay, maybe somewhat confident, but I'm not even a social person also. So, you being shy just makes it easier for me. So yeah, it always ends well when I usually speak to women nowadays. So, And I'm willing to bet being in shape helps with that in some way, shape, or form. The same way us men would prefer a pretty woman speaks to them. I've never seen a single man in the world that wouldn't prefer, wouldn't like a pretty woman speaking to them. I've never seen it. Let me know when you find one, because yeah, damn near impossible for me. It's primal within us, man. We just like it, and it's the same with women also. So double standards are real. We can never change that, so we might as well use it to our advantage. And I'm willing to bet, and I'm willing to assume that I most definitely did it to place it to my advantage. Because yeah, man, I'm not looked down upon anymore, man. I'm not that scrawny kid that never used to work out and a lot of confidence. You know, it's good walking outside feeling you have just walking with pride, man. You know, no one's gonna test you. The same way I wouldn't want to test anyone in public who works out also. Not to say I would lose, but there's a risk. And with risk comes respect for the person, because you can lose something. I hope I made sense. Double standards is a real thing, man. Might as well use it to advantage, get in shape, maximize your life, get in the gym, man.